What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Suplex City Geeks. This is Steve here, and joining me today for this brand new episode 19, is Alex.
I don't know why, but I wanted to start like when it's like, "Welcome to AEW Rampage."
That's kind of what I was going for. I was kind of going for that Excalibur scream.
But then you just need the
Open.
beginning or whatever. Then
Right? Yeah.
and then the fans.
Yeah.
Welcome to AEW Rampage. We're here live at the Metro Superdome.
Yep.
Where's that at? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Metropolis. So I don't fucking know.
That sounds about right. That doesn't sound wrong at all. That doesn't sound right at all. But
welcome to the Metropolis Metro Superdome. I am Alex the Threat Fret here alongside with Steven, the saucy man.
Mr. Sauce.
The sauce. The sauce boss.
The sauce boss. Yeah, it's me. It's me.
Yeah.
It's
kind of shouted at governments or whatever already.
Listen, it's all good. It's all good.
Anyway, if they go on our social medias, we have it there anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just us. Yeah.
No, but what's funny is that my name does sound like a gimmick name.
A little bit.
That's why, it was the threat part or whatever actually was like a moniker given to me by an old high school buddy by the name of Kenley Dillard. And I always love that, like
shouting his whole government.
No, dude, he's a really great artist. He's this one dude that he does stuff online that he draws with, like, dude, he could draw both hands and he does like big murals and stuff. One of the things that he did, and I thought was amazing, that he actually had he was featured in W. Come On Bell's show, like the old show that he had.
Nice. Yeah.
So like I'm proud of him. He's always been a good dude, man.
That's pretty.
I like give my bro a shout out, whatever. It's been a minute since I seen him though, but whenever we see each other like back then or whatever, it's just like where we last left off.
Of course, that's always fair. That's always a good thing. It's always a great thing.
Oh, since we're here or whatever, that since we're on the wrestling podcast, right? Yeah. There was a story that I wanted to share last week, and I totally forgot about it.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
I know you went to a wrestling show, right?
Yeah. That too. But the first one was this. I had one of the most awkward situations occurred to me when I was going to work like a few weeks back.
Okay.
So I was walking, from the train station heading to work or whatever, right? And this random kid that looks like a friend of mine, but then as he got closer, I was like, oh, that's not him, right? So he comes up to me like in this low, super introvert, like weird voice or whatever, because I was wearing a Danhausen shirt. So he's like, is it Danhausen? Oh, what? Yeah, it's the Danhausen shirt. So then, he's just like, it's awesome. Scissor me, daddy. And I was like, what? Scissor me, daddy. So, of course, just for the fuck of it, I did it. And then I was thinking about showing him the picture on the phone that I have, because on my lock screen, it's a picture of myself with Danhausen. Nice. But by the time, he just kind of just like walking off quick, because I guess he just is like people or whatever. But whatever the fuck. But yeah, so then another cool situation was that, and it was funny too, because I was wearing the Shotzi Blackheart let him eat tank or whatever. Well, I forget the shirt. The shirt that she's on the tank.
Yeah.
Right. So this like random big ghetto dude or whatever just comes out of nowhere. He just starts talking to me out of nowhere. He was like, Shotzi, nice. I was like, yeah. So my man starts pulling up his shirt, fucking guts just starts hanging out a little bit or whatever the hell. My man's walking to NWO. Is like, nice. So we were just talking about wrestling for a few, and then when he got off on the stop, he was gonna get off. Gave the 2 sweet, and I was just like, fucking love it, man. I think I even tweeted about it or whatever. Just saying just geeking out on wrestling in the train while heading to work. It's fucking awesome, dude.
It's the best, dude. It's the best.
Oh, so since you mentioned the whole thing,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that. No, that I did go to an indie show a few weeks back, and it was to support my bro. He goes by. It's funny because he goes by his actual government, King Jeter, right? And if you want to know like his claim to fame, or like where people would recognize him on World Star. There was a video of of him or whatever, and the title was 500-pound guy doing moonsault,
Nice.
right? But he's not 500 pounds.
Yeah, of
But
course
you know
not.
what it is, since he's a big he's a big dude or whatever. You know, that like made it more special. And then the comments or whatever, fucking people, people keep dicks, man. Like it's just like oh, my man's gonna catch a heart attack doing that and all that, and other shit like that. I was like, man, go fuck yourself. All right, but yeah, but my bro, whatever's been doing his thing already for like, I want to say a little
A
over
good
20.
time. A
Yeah, I'm
good
saying
time. A
like,
good
yeah, it's
time.
like 20 years. I mean,
Yeah,
if it wasn't for the fact that I got injured and taken out, I think I probably would still been doing it too.
of course. Yeah.
Right. Honestly, I kind of just
You
want.
still want to? Yeah.
Yes. And mind you, with a double hip replacement, I'm just kind of scared, like, like one good bump and up the other place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But then my boy King, right, he, he was telling me, like, why don't you do a tag match? I was like, motherfuckers, like, playing devil's advocate. I fucking love it. He's like, bro, I love you, dude. Like, but
He's like yes
uh,
and no, yes and no.
yeah,
Peer
but dude,
pressure, peer pressure.
like, honestly, whatever. I am like far from ring shape, so like, to me, like, I think I would be happy if I could at least just step into the ring, run the ropes a second, and maybe take like a bump just to see, if I still could. But
What you
even
could
with that,
do?
I don't think I'll be able to get up like I used to.
What you
I'll
could
probably take
do?
the bump, have to roll all the way to the ropes so I could get myself up.
You could be a manager. That way you could still step into the ropes.
Yeah, yeah,
Still be at the shows.
yeah. So, and it's funny because since you mentioned like shows or whatever, I don't want to shout the dude's name out or whatever, but I have another friend that that he does wrestle from time to time, that he wants to do a wrestling show, and he wants to pick my brain on some shit. So it's just like,
Do it.
no, and I was just like, I mean, I don't think I'll be like, participating in a match or anything like that or whatever.
No, but you
But
could be like a producer.
yeah, yeah, like, if he wants to pick my brain on stuff or whatever, thing, of what I think will work best and everything like that, I have no problem with that whatsoever. And
Oh
part
yeah.
of it is that he wants to do this for our late
Okay.
friend or whatever, that he used to wrestle too. And
Hmm.
it's, I love the idea. Like, when I
It's
heard
not a
about
bad
that,
idea.
yeah. So it's in the coming weeks, like when thing, like when if everything comes to fruition or whatever like that, I will definitely bring it up here, of like, like, I'm not gonna get too into detail, but just, kind of
No, of
ideas of
course.
like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
because part of it is I kind of don't want to jinx it, you know what I mean?
That's fair. That's totally understandable.
But like I said, I love the idea, like, like, to do something like in honor of our late friend. I was like, that would be cool.
Hell yeah, dude. That'd be awesome.
And I hear the pussy in the background.
Meow. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
And
You know what's
we
funny.
got monetized.
You know what's funny. You heard it, but I didn't. I have my
Yeah.
headphones on, so I can't hear shit outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
mic is pretty good, man. It picks up shit.
Yeah. It does. It does. Picks up too much shit sometimes.
Duh.
But
Ah,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good though. It's all good though. So the reason we are here today is that we're here to talk about this past weekend we had WWE's Backlash, formerly known as WrestleMania Backlash, but they don't do that anymore. Cause
No,
good, they don't need
I
to do
think
that.
no. I mean, originally it was supposed to be WrestleMania Backlash,
Right.
and then I guess because maybe because of how everything was playing out or whatever, they didn't want to, like, to kind of give it like the implications of like what happened from WrestleMania and stuff like that.
Right.
I think they just wanted to keep pushing forward, and
Yeah, they
I think
should. They
I
should
think
because
it's a lot better to do that.
absolutely because technically, what you really think about Backlash, you think well WrestleMania Backlash, you think of usually like the first week after fucking Backlash after WrestleMania happens. That's how I see it. I see it as like, oh yeah,
Honestly,
Backlash would be
that
the
Raw
first
after
2 weeks.
Mania, whatever, was such a disappointment.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
garbage.
like, the only thing that was kind of cool was the return of Riddle, but even with that, it was just like that and Cody getting murdered on national television,
Yeah, that was fun. That was
and then
fun.
at the end with the rubber chicken too, like, it was just like, like the rubber chicken's looking at Cody like, oh shit.
Yep, yep, yep. Exactly. Exactly.
And then I love the fact that Cody just used that in the part of the promo too afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
right? And honestly, like I said, you gotta love hate the internet or whatever. The memes that came out of it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
My favorite one is the one that they spoofed Alien,
Mm-hmm.
and they what was it? It was Sammy, Kevin, Cody, and I forgot who else. And then Cody had the chicken come out like the
Oh yeah, like the face
the
hugger.
the xenomorph.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh man, so it's just
yeah,
like like the internet, love hate relationship.
yeah. The internet's the best most of the time.
Mostly.
Mostly, mostly. At least my side of the internet, the side that I actually pay attention to.
Yeah.
The other side's not too much, but the side that I usually watch and take partake in, it's usually pretty safe to be, at least for me. But yeah, we're here for talking about Backlash that happened this past weekend in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Um, and it was actually a really fun show. A lot better than I expected it to be. I was expecting what the typical WWE pay per views have been as of late, and they haven't been too great. But this
I
was
forgot what
actually
the people
for the
what
better.
people say. It's like it usually is a shit sandwich. Like, you have the
Yeah,
bread, you have like, the wonderful bread,
yeah.
then you have like the big piece of shit in the middle, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have like the other bread that's pretty good. So yeah,
Yep.
shit sandwich.
It's
But
usually like you get the good opener, the good closer, and then everything in the middle is just absolute dog shit. Yeah.
with maybe
But
like one or two matches that are okay. So that's like, like try things that are trying to cover the shit like cheese or ham or whatever the fuck,
right, yeah, yeah. Something to
or
get something to flavor it up a little bit.
yeah, yeah, bacon and sazon,
Yeah,
whatever, just to
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cover
Exactly,
to cover the
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
kind
shit's
of like,
still
kind of
shit.
like, kind of like a White Castle burger.
No, no, no. White Castle
It's like
burgers make you shit.
they're still delicious though. They're still
Oh,
delicious.
dude, fucking those
Yeah,
sliders are fucking
yeah,
amazing, man.
yeah. You,
I
you gotta you
I
gotta
I,
have the
I
burger
still
burger.
miss the fact that we don't have a White Castle around the neighborhood here anymore. Whatever. And I know I mentioned it before that it was a 24-hour White Castle, and
Yeah,
then it just closed because one day or whatever there was a 40-person brawl that broke out in
nice.
there like one night, and the staff
That's,
was
that
just
sounds
too
that sounds
afraid.
like that sounds like a White Castle indeed.
Yeah, yeah. So that sounds like a Jerry Springer. Rest in peace. You
Yeah,
know,
word, word.
Jerry Springer White Castle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But yeah, but when I heard about that, I was just like, man, you ruined my late night goodness. Fuck
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. Fuckers. No, but this backlash was actually pretty damn good. It was actually like there wasn't necessarily a really dull match. There was only one match that I was like kind of like eh. Well, actually no, two matches that I was like eh about, but we'll get to those in a minute.
Yeah.
Um, one thing that I can say was that the crowd the entire night was fucking insanely good, which is fucking great because
Dude,
you
because
need
Puerto
that
Rico was
crowd to
fucking
sell it.
happy to have
Yeah,
something, WWE
yeah.
event. What was it? They even said it. The last
Mm-hmm.
time they had a major event over there like that was 18 years.
Yep.
Like they
Yep.
probably had like tours here and there, but like a major pay-per-view. Well,
Yep.
I'm sorry, premium live event, right?
It's a fucking pay per view. I fucking hate that they call it that. Well, whatever.
No, no, but remember, it's always the WWE isms or whatever. Like you want to be
No, yeah,
different. And
no,
honestly,
and I get it because
honestly, the
secondly,
other thing is you can't even call it pay-per-view anymore
because
because
they're not you're not paying for it. Yeah.
no, not even well, 9.99, right? But most of the time they're not on pay-per-view because other bigger events are on pay-per-view, so it's
Mm-hmm.
taking up the pay-per-view time. Usually either UFC or boxing or something of the
Boxing's
sort.
on fucking Showtime.
Depending on the boxing, it'd be like it's on Skinamax.
Yeah, 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 pretty much.
What is
But
that?
yeah,
Nude
yeah.
boxing.
Mm-hmm. 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 It's like that stupid fucking slap boxing bullshit. The slap fights and shit. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Um,
Oh no, no. Before
the
it
power
became,
slap.
yeah, yeah, power shaft.
Yeah,
But yeah, but I actually like the clips before it started becoming big.
yeah.
Like when you see this, that was just like one dude or whatever the hell. My man had like like it looked like he had like the catcher's mitt fucking hands or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
then he would be going against like there was one dude or whatever that he just looked like the stereotypical fucking, like white trash junkie.
Mm-hmm.
My man hit him. He ate it.
Yep.
Then out of nowhere, when when it was this dude's turn, you see that fucking hand, measuring the face, and I'm just like, oh, this ain't gonna be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, out of nowhere, hit floor.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But then you have Dana White coming in and doing some shit that doesn't look safe at all. It doesn't look safe. Like I've tried to watch a couple episodes and it just doesn't look like the people actually live to actually see their
No,
kids
no, no.
grow up.
He tried to give it like rules and regulations or whatever. Like
But the other ones
trying,
did have
no, I'm
rules
saying
too.
trying to legitimize it, right? Like to give it a more sports feel, which I get,
Yeah.
right? And besides, no matter what, when it comes to business, you always got to try something. You know what I mean?
No, and I get it. That's fair. And
Right?
like
And
I give
honestly,
them props for
whatever,
trying.
if it's out there, whatever, and people are still watching, there, there's a fan base. I was about to burp. I'm sorry.
I guess it's all good. You can burp. It's all good. I don't mind. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
but
So yeah,
yeah.
I get it. It's whatever.
Let's go back to Backlash.
Yeah, back to Backlash. Um, this is like I said, like I was saying, this was a really fun show. I actually had a good time watching it, and I'm like, hey, this is actually pretty damn good. And it started off with a great fucking match, which I was very excited for because I kind of wanted to see the title change. And we're talking about Bianca Belair versus Io Sky for the Raw Women's Championship, which technically isn't it considered? Wouldn't it be considered the SmackDown Women's Championship?
No, you don't remember what they did last time when they had the draft, and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
champions
they
got switched. They were just like, I'll
dumb.
take this belt, you take that belt.
Yeah,
Even Steven.
yeah,
I'm sorry, even you.
yeah. Even me, it's all good. But still, it doesn't. This whatever. That still doesn't make any sense. The whole draft doesn't fucking make any sense to me.
No, no,
But
no, I get, because you have two shows and you want to have, like, set talent, in said shows, but then you also, like, they also have what they call the free agents that can go to
yeah,
any show.
mm-hmm,
Right? And I couldn't stop laughing that I was listening to the Cornette podcast, and he was just saying, like, he gets like someone like a Brock Lesnar or something like that, that is a free agent because he's a part timer, like, he's not always there.
yeah, yeah.
But what is it? One of the free agents is Baron Corbin, and I mean, I feel bad, like, man, like, Baron Corbin has been shat on for like so long,
Yeah,
and like, he's not a bad worker, but he, to me, he's like in the category of the Miz in a sense, which is like,
yeah.
like, they've been there for like long enough or whatever, and you know,
They'll just go anywhere they throw them.
yeah.
Yeah,
But it just seems like no matter what, recently, whatever, like when it comes to the Miz, they keep him on Raw anyway. So
yeah. Which is fine. It's whatever.
no, because remember, the Miz and Misses or whatever is usually after that on Mondays.
Yeah, which makes sense. I'm
Yeah,
cool with it. Still though. So
but
Bianca Belair versus Io Sky was a good match.
every like that match really showed, you know, the true potential of Io,
Oh, for
and
sure.
and the thing is, it's like people kind of sleep on Io because of, like, the height and everything like that.
Hmm.
But look at everything that was done there. Like, I think one of my favorite maneuvers that she did was when she did like the, like, kind of like the headstand or whatever, and then
Hmm.
went for the knee, and but she like
Yeah.
kind of there, and it was just like, like, look at my agility.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, she's really good. She's really damn good. I've always known she's good. She's been good, but the fact that like she is technically hiding behind Bailey and what's her face? Fucking
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai. It's like, okay, yeah, she doesn't really shine much because I also like the fact that she has that language barrier there too. Like she doesn't really speak a lot of English. I know she does speak English, but she doesn't
Yeah.
speak a lot of it. Similar to the what sucks about Asuka. She speaks English. She doesn't speak a lot of it, but you don't hear any promos from her because people, of course, are gonna bitch about it.
No, no, no. At least with Oscar, whatever, her English is a little bit better than Io's.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, Nakamura's English is a lot better than both of them, but then
Yeah.
it's still with with the Japanese accent, but
Hmm.
at least they can you know they can emote and cut a promo. Now,
Yeah.
is it gonna be like Shakespeare? No, right? But most of the time, it's just like like for example, like with Oscar. No one's ready for Oscar. It's like that's right, baby, that's right.
Yeah, but this was a really good match. I was, and the crowd fucking loved the fact that they were fucking going for Oscar. They were going for Oscar so fucking hard that they were
Ew.
literally. Oh yeah, ooh, yeah, my bad. Ooh.
No
But
one's. See,
it
you
kind
weren't
of,
ready. You weren't ready.
yeah, no, I wasn't. But it looked like they were chanting so hard for EO that like it
Dude, at,
seemed like
at one point,
they didn't
like when they
care.
were going with
They were booing
the
for fucking,
the yay boo spot.
yeah, yeah. They were going for EO the entire time, and I was like, "Yo, this is great." And I was looking for her to actually for Bianca to actually lose. I was expecting her to lose, but of course that didn't happen.
No. The reason, like for me, I knew that that wasn't really gonna happen was two things. One, right, since she's part of that group and the bigger name is Bailey. And speaking of Bailey,
Mhm.
that outfit.
Yeah, it was nice.
What was that old chant when she was on NXT?
I don't remember.
Like hey, blah blah something something Bailey. So to me, it was just like oh my god, like please go back to the hugger gimmick and give me a hug.
No, but I would see what you're saying is that the title should go to Bailey, but the
No, I'm not
reason
saying
why
should. I'm just saying that because she's, the like,
the
she's
underling essentially.
yeah, she's the underling of Bailey, right? Unless they're gonna do the storyline where like she was pushing away from the group,
Hmm.
which I'm not gonna say is too soon, but it like it- what they did here on with this match is that they planted the seeds.
Okay, I see it. I see it. But what I would have liked to see, this is my thought process on this whole match. I would have loved to see EO win, right? Even with them actually coming into to somewhat, you know, mess shit up or whatever. She comes out with the win, and then Bailey wound up becoming jealous of her having the title, and the title will be wanted to be hers, causing a bigger rift in the whole crew.
Yeah.
That's what I would have wanted to see. Because at this point, damage control has no way of there's no anything for them right now.
Well, I mean, maybe with this draft, who knows?
I guess I'm cautiously optimistic about it.
No, I get what you mean, but I will say this though: this match proved that Io can go.
Oh, for sure.
This match proved that the fans are behind Io,
Hmm.
right? And it all like and the other thing to me is this: it's just like you can have a champion where you have like like with the whole language barrier thing doesn't really
Hmm.
matter because the
Yeah.
talent speaks for itself.
Oh, I think so too.
But I'm still on that whole thing that I think Asuka should have won that Mania, but whatever.
Oh, I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I would have taken either Oscar or I or to fucking actually come through with the win
And
because
honestly, I think what would have been
I'm
great was, let's
tired.
say if Io would have won one of the first challenges, I think because of the old feud that they had, would have been Asuka would have been one of the first things, and I think that
Yeah,
would have been a fucking classic.
absolutely. And I would not be mad at that. Like I'm totally down for it because like Bianca Belair has been holding the title for over a year already.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to give her a record, like how they're doing with Roman. That the rumor for Roman or whatever apparently is that they want they
400 days?
no they want to do the 1,000, but then now the other thing is that apparently they want him to beat Hogan's record.
No, stop it. I get it. I understand. I get it. But now we have like a substitute title now. Like
Yeah, and I think what really sucks is I think what should have been done, and this is just my opinion. I think that maybe like if you wanted to give this title legitimacy, or what I think should have been done was that Roman would have put both titles on the line, and it
Yeah,
would have been like a 2 out of 3 falls match or whatever, or
mhm,
like one falls for one title, the other falls for the other.
yeah,
So at least with that, because at least someone finally beat Roman, but Roman is still champion and Roman is still carrying. You know,
yeah.
well, it would be
It
Universal.
would have been
It
like
would
a
have been
dealer's
Universal because Universal was the one I think he won first.
whatever.
But yeah, so
I think it would have been it would have been two the I would say a 2 out of 3, and then it would have been dealer's choice of whichever one they wanted to keep.
I think just for the namesake or whatever, the person would have been like, WWE title,
Yeah.
because that one has more of a legacy.
Hmm. The fact that this one now doesn't have any legacy at all behind it,
I mean,
which
it's
kind
kind
of
of,
makes me
I
which
say,
kind of
but
makes me
it's kind of a cop out.
it is. It's an absolute cop out. It's like, yo, we need a title on Raw because both the titles are on fucking on SmackDown,
Yeah,
and he's a part timer, so we need somebody to actually claim that fucking title somehow. And I have a real strong feeling that Roman is going to try to go for that title again too.
but well, I'm just saying, like after the the tournament.
No, even in the tournament, I think he's going to be part.
No,
He's going.
he's on the tournament.
You never know.
No, he's on the tournament. They already announced the 12 people.
Oh, okay, okay,
It's 6 from Raw and 6 from SmackDown.
okay. Did they announce
And
exactly who's going to be in it?
yeah, yeah, they had the 12 names or whatever.
Okay,
And I was
we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
yeah,
Let's continue with the. We keep going off of tangents all over the fucking place.
still wrestling.
Yeah, I know. It's still wrestling, but still, we gotta try to keep on track. Because if not, we'll be here for like 18 hours just fucking talking about what random shit is gonna happen in wrestling. But Bianca, unfortunately, Bianca Belair actually won this match, and like I said, it was a good match. It wasn't bad, and it really did put a bigger spotlight on EO. So I'm excited to see what EO
Yeah,
is gonna
so
end up
I
doing.
understand though. So that was a one win for EO. That
Yeah,
she got that crowd support.
a huge crowd support, which is like, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not mad about it. Then the
Still didn't win.
following match,
Still didn't
yeah,
win the
she's still,
title though.
yeah,
Like
but
like I'll take that, but she's still got the title.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Still somewhat bitter, but it's all good. The following match was Omos versus Seth freaking Rollins, which was not bad. It wasn't a bad match. It was actually pretty good.
It was a lot better
Um,
than I expected.
way better than I expected. Funny how Seth was trying to put
Oh,
Omos in a
he's another free agent,
yeah, yeah,
and I think
yeah,
that
partner.
actually works when it comes to him, because at least if you don't
Hmm.
have him on one show, he doesn't have to work all the time. So at least like for like you can kind of keep him as an attraction, as like, oh, look
Yeah.
at this giant.
Hmm. And like essentially, he is the only real big man in WWE right now. He
The
really
only
is.
other guy that they have that's pretty tall there, I think it was a Double Caro. That's the dude that was with what's his face? Apollo Cruz.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And it was
yeah,
funny because the last time you saw him or whatever is when he turned on Apollo after, I think Apollo won the match or something, or lost the match. I forget what it was.
yeah.
And he
Like
turned on him. And
and
then
that's
and then
also
for whatever
why.
reason, they just kind of forgot that storyline.
Yeah, and he pretty much disappeared since then.
Yeah.
And now Apollo Crews actually speaking his regular speaking accent, not in a fucking like weird ass Nigerian accent.
My man didn't eat the heart plant or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as Mario was saying, who? It's fucked up, but he's kind of right.
No, and I feel bad because I mean, like,
Yeah.
like I said, he is a big man, but it I think what it is nowadays is that like the big man and everything like that is not as special as it used to be.
Yeah.
And even with that, like, what is it? The last time you had like a big man that could really do something was the Big Show?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like after that, it just kind of like I'm not gonna say lost his luster, but it lost his luster.
Yeah, it did. It essentially did because at this point, like nobody really cares about the big bag. It's because nobody else in wrestling is really that big anymore. Everybody's pretty much gotten smaller, which is one of the reasons why you're kind of like, why is everybody so small? But
Yeah, which is
uh,
like the one thing that I always kind of got mad about when it came to wrestling now,
mhm.
because at least like when I was growing up or whatever, when you think of a wrestler, it would usually be like a dude that's like 6 foot plus,
Yeah,
like
super
200, 300
beefy.
pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like, and even let's say for example, if they weren't like cut up or whatever, they were just you know
big.
big. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then mostly like bodybuilders. So
Hmm. Yeah. Now, not so much. Now, a lot of the wrestlers now are like regular size guys.
giving everyone like that hope now, whatever. Like maybe someday I can be a wrestler. Like
Yeah,
maybe you
and
can.
sometimes you need that. Sometimes people need that because not everybody wants to be a fucking bodybuilder. Not
No,
everybody wants
no,
to
no, not
fucking.
not that. But like I said, it's just like to me, it's just the pro wrestling was always that so, like a person that had to be like larger than life.
Yeah, I get it. But as Mario says, wrestling has evolved
Did it though?
just a little bit, just slightly,
Eh, okay. Uh,
just slightly.
eh.
But yeah, back to Omos and Seth Rollins. It was a pretty good match. It was like I was trying to say was that it was funny how he was like Rollins was trying to put Omos in a fucking pedigree. Fucking hilarious. Because he's like fucking like 7 foot 8,000 and shit. And then he just hit it with a back body drop. It's like, yeah, fucking flip you off out of nowhere.
No, I think one of the funniest ones was when this dude was on his knees and gave Seth Rollins a back body drop, and it still looked
Yeah,
like from like a person, and like
yeah, yeah. It
So I was
was
like,
fucking hilarious.
imagine he would have taken that 7'3" back body drop, especially like
Hmm.
since you're going higher. I was like,
Yeah,
my man would have probably broke his back.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
But
It was great.
one of the cool spots I actually I give Omos credit for taking was the spinning DDT from the corner,
Hmm.
and he actually took the bump and rolled over, and I was just like, that actually like like it shows that he's trying.
Yeah, yeah, he's trying. He's trying. But not only just that, but like people are like Seth Rollins actually gave him his props too, in giving him like some shine as well. Even though he is one of those dudes that don't do a lot because he's obviously he's bigger, so he's a relative amount slower than Seth, but he's still trying, and he looked good in the match. I'm not gonna lie, he looked good, and it was
Yeah,
fun.
like how I was talking about earlier, whatever that I was surprised on how it turned out.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't have a problem with this match at all. I was like, okay, I'll take it. It was
No, I
fun.
remember what was it when it first was announced. We were like, "Why?" And
Yeah,
I was just
yeah,
like, "Listen, there's a reason." And then, as you saw, it played
yeah,
out better than what people expected.
yeah. Played out way better than I expected. So yeah, kudos to them for that one. That was a good match. Um, and then Seth Rollins, of course, won that match, but almost actually, he got a good showing. So kind of pushes him a little bit better. So it wasn't a bad match. The following match was the one that match that I was like, why? And I'm still kind of like, why? And that's Austin
Th-
Theory versus Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley.
I will say this though, there was one fucking move that won me over for that match.
Okay, which one was that one?
When Bronson Reed did the fucking the Vader splash or whatever.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Like as an outside spot to Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I think he's going to dislocate Bobby Lashley's shoulder. But
Oh yeah.
Bobby Lashley timed it right.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked good.
Yeah, yeah. Because one thing that I do I love that Bronson Reed is back in WWE, even though I miss him being part of New Japan. Um, he's a good wrestler, and the fact that he technically hasn't been pinned yet, right? Who was it got the pin on this one? It was Bobby, right?
No, remember Bronson Reed got pinned because
Okay. So he got pinned the first time he's gotten pinned,
yeah, yeah,
and since
he I'm
he's
saying
been
he
over
got
in WWE.
pinned, but it was I think because Bobby did the spear, and then
Yeah,
this dude Austin Theory
he
just kind of
sneaked in. Yeah,
like he sneaked in, threw Bobby out, got like
yeah,
he was like fuck you, I got this.
yeah. The surprise roll up type shit. Um, but yeah, like I'm not. I'm excited. I'm glad that Bronson is there and he's actually getting some shine. But like, he's not really going anywhere. I don't see him actually winning a title, which is sad to say.
Not
I want
anytime
him to
soon.
win something. Yeah, right. But I don't see him. I don't see them actually pushing him to actually getting a title.
And I'm trying to wonder, is he on Raw or SmackDown?
He's on Raw. Because didn't he come in with the Miz?
No, no, no. Like they like I think they announced him by himself. But if that's the case, I don't like you might be right because remember, Gunther's on Raw, and I
Hmm.
don't think they're taking that belt from him anytime soon.
Right. Yeah. I think the only one that would that or that should take it would be him.
Just that match alone, whatever. Two big dudes, whatever, just back and forth for whatever.
Right?
Just
Hell yeah, dude. It's Chop City, dude.
yeah, just making that hamburger meat chest.
Yeah. So like, I want to see that. I want to see that because I like Bronson Reed. I like him. I like him better as Jonah, but um, I like him. I like him there. He's good. I want to see where he goes. But Austin Creed, as we said, won this match.
Austin Creed or Austin Theory?
Same shit.
There is a big difference.
I know.
Because I was gonna say like we didn't have the boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 boop,
Yeah, but Austin Theory won.
But then
Which was
it's the only plus side when it comes to that is that it gives them more momentum, especially after that win at Mania against Cena.
yeah, but they're still not doing anything with him anyway. Like he's just walking around with the title cheat winning essentially.
Let's see what happens because like I said, that he got drafted to SmackDown. So let's just
Yeah.
see what happens with it in the next couple months.
Yeah. But I guess what they say, a win is a win, right? Whether it's cheat win or it's not a win, it's a solid win or a cheat win. It's still a win. But but also wins and losses don't count in WWE anyway, so whatever. Yeah. So
Tell Cody that. Tell Cody that.
yeah. Uh, the next match that we had was actually probably one of the my second favorite match of the night, which was Rhea Ripley versus Selena Vega for the Raw Women's Championship, and this match was great.
Dude, you totally skipped like the ovation of when she first came in and
Yeah,
the crowd,
I was
you know.
getting to it. I was
Uh,
getting to it,
okay.
but you can continue.
Dude, that ovation that she got when she came in, especially when she was rocking the cape, the Puerto Rican
Yeah,
flag,
yeah.
which, oh my God. Oh, and the fans let her know of the support,
Mhm,
especially like, her
mhm.
being Puerto Rican, like,
Yeah,
and she you could see it in her face that she,
yeah.
like she wants to just like she was kind of breaking down in the beginning, but
Not
she was
kinda,
holding it back.
not kinda. She broke down.
No, but that support, man, like
Yeah.
dude, that got me emotional because I was just like, like good for her, like especially
Mhm.
because and then her dedicating it to her late dad, like I was just
Yeah.
like to me, I was just like, do do it for your daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a really fun match. Like I'm not gonna lie, that was actually really good. Like I kind of knew where it was gonna go. I kind of knew that Rhea was gonna win.
Dude, there
Kind
was
of
no
had
way, like especially after Mania, that Rhea was gonna
yeah,
lose that title.
yeah.
That's one. And two, right? When it comes to like the momentum that Rhea has right now, especially
Hmm.
like like I think that eventually she's gonna like slowly like kind of get away from Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Like she's not gonna turn on them.
No.
I just think within time or whatever, she's gonna just do
Slowly
more
move
stuff
away.
on her
Yeah.
own.
Yeah. And she
But
should because
but then
she is
my
a champ.
question is this: who gets custody of Dom Dom?
Nobody. He's he's an orphan. Let him.
Daddy don't want him.
Yeah, cause fucking fucking Ray doesn't want him. She kind of wants him, even though he's there.
Oh, you just reminded me of the tweet that was online.
Which
That
one?
it was just hilarious. So it's if you notice Rhea Ripley's tights or whatever, that it had Dom Dom on on the back,
That's hilarious.
right? So what made me laugh was that oh, look at mommy showing me support or whatever, and then Buddy fucking
Buddy
Matthews.
Matthews. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, he said like your name's on it, but I get to touch it.
yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, but that's exactly what he
Yeah,
said.
yeah, no, yeah,
And then
that makes
Rhea's
sense.
response, she put the skull, like the dead thing, and and the
Mhm,
laugh emoji.
yeah, yeah. It's only right. You're not
Yeah.
wrong. Nah, but it was a really good showing. I did really enjoy that match. Like, cause one, Vega, she got the huge pop. She got really put over, and I was like, oh, this
No,
is
there
great.
was one thing that I called that I said for the Mania match, but it happened in this match where I was just saying let the chancleta to come out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was fucking fantastic.
No, and I thought she was gonna try to spank Rhea, but then it was just like she just threw the chancleta or whatever, like wakata.
She just threw it from deep too.
No, but
That
when
Rhea was
when
like,
when
what the
no,
fuck?
but when the chancleta came out,
Yeah.
and even the announcers or whatever, oh, Selena with the
Mhm.
chancleta, right? I
Mhm.
was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'll
Yeah.
allow it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But the crowd pop for the chancleta.
Yeah. Yeah. That was great. That was great because it was a crowd full of Puerto Ricans. That
Do you know why they
they
cheered
know.
it? Because no, do you know why they cheered it? Because they booed it or whatever. Their moms have been home like,
Yeah.
I saw you boo the chancleta.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh.
No, mommy, no.
It was one of those if they know they know.
Yeah.
If you yeah yeah that's what
No,
it
but at
was.
least the announcers kind of gave the idea.
Yeah, of course. Which I'm
But
surprised that it took them this long to fucking do it, but it was
no,
worth
but
it.
like I said, I thought it would work better at Mania when Mysterio versus Dominic.
Yeah,
But
it
then
would
no,
have.
but then
It would
remember
have.
Ray pulled the belt and gave him the spanking. So I was like, all
Yeah,
right, like I
yeah.
was like, all right, like he still gave him the bow bow, so whatever.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah. But this was a fun match. I really enjoyed it.
Same here. Oh, when Rhea was getting the heat or whatever, and she was like, like I think she said something about like, oh, look here, Boricua. When Rhea said that, I was just like, oh, Rhea, you just won me over.
Mhm. She
Right?
was
Like,
trying. She was trying hard too.
yeah, no, like, and even like, even though she was getting some cheers or whatever, mostly, but mostly boos because the most of like almost everybody in that crowd was, rooting for for Selena,
Mhm.
and even after the loss or whatever, that reaction afterwards with the fans cheering for her and just and then her once again just breaking down,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
got me. That got me
yeah.
emotional.
It did. It did. It
But
was great
yeah,
because it was a really good turnout. Like I was like, oh, it was a good match, and then the fact that unfortunately she did lose. Um, but we kind of saw that happening, like we've said a bunch of times. But the fact that the crowd was like hugely over on her, and like they were just all over it, and it was good. It was good. They were showing their support to one of their kind, to one of their peoples. It was good. It was good. It was a good fun match. Um, what was the next match after that one?
one of the headline matches.
Yeah, one of the biggest matches that I was expecting. The one that I honestly I wanted this match to be the main event.
No, no,
No.
because originally whatever the idea that I took as the main event was supposed to be the 3-on-3 tag, the 3 versus 3 tag,
Hmm.
but or then the other one because of like the whole thing was actually the main event anyway, which was Cody and Brock.
Right. But
But let's just
I
but
would have
let's
rather this be my main event. I would much rather, because this one had such a huge pop. First off, like, and we're talking about Bad Bunny versus Damien Priest. Two dudes in a street fight, in a San Juan street fight, which was pretty cool.
yeah. And then
That
what was it when Bad Bunny came out and the crowd went fucking ape shit?
They went nuts.
You know, I just think the only time I was kind of in support of him is when they announced him because he's from the same hometown as my family.
Hmm.
So when I heard that, I was just like, God damn it! Like I got to kind of
Well,
support.
wasn't Damien Priest essentially from there too?
Yeah, yeah. But remember, Damian Priest, they announced him from New York City.
Yeah, yeah.
Like giving the heel thing or whatever is like, oh, you're New Yorican.
Hmm. Yeah, no, but they were good. They were good. It was a really good match, dude. Like, this one was fun. It was a really fun, hardcore match, showing that Bad Bunny is all about the wrestling because he doesn't need to be there.
But he is there because he's a fan
Yeah,
and he loves the sport of wrestling.
yeah. And he took every single bump, every single fucking kendo stick lashing.
There was only one bump where he didn't take right.
Yeah, only one, but
But like but he covered at the end, like
yeah,
like he and you know which one I'm talking about, the fucking sliced bread,
yeah, yeah.
where it looked like for a second, like, oh shit, he might die here.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah. But it's not an easy move to fucking take either. But yeah, it was a great fucking match.
Well,
To
let's just
me,
mention
to me, to me, match of the night.
like the cameos, if you will.
Yes, cameos were great. First cameo that was there. First, Judgment Day decided to show up in the middle of the fucking match. Okay, fine. We knew that Judgment Day was somehow gonna be in this match somehow. Then Ray shows up to start, to kind of even out everything, but not really because, of course,
They still have one man over.
they still will have one man over. And then lo and behold, who comes up? Fucking Carlito.
No,
No, yeah,
it was Savio first.
no, it was Carlito first.
No,
Yeah,
what wasn't it Savio? Whatever.
no, Savio came out when Judgment Day was trying to walk out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, so as Carlito came out, he started fucking up fucking Dominic and fucking and Finn, and then fucking they start to run out because they were like, yo, like, you guys fuck me up or whatever. After Carlito brings out the apple and spits the apple in fucking in Dominic's face, which was great. They run out of the ring, and then just as they're about to leave, that's when Savio comes out.
With
He's
the
like, no,
fucking
no,
the Los
no.
Boricuas theme song.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then they're like, yo, like, no, no, no. You're not coming through here. They're like, oh, we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
And then that's
And
when
then that's when the rest of the losing LWO came out. And
wow. Tell us how you really feel.
dude, I hate the fact that they have like this huge thing with the LWO, but all they do is lose right now.
I It was funny how remember in NXT, like Aldo the Phantasm or whatever, like was actually,
Yeah,
like a force to be reckoned with.
yeah.
And then when they got brought up, it was just like, that's when you had people like, double their size, like,
Mm-hmm.
you really think you really think you can get over like that?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. No, no. But they're good. They're really good. But the fact that like they aren't getting that positive push, other than they're just being essentially at this point they're essentially becoming nothing but jobbers because all they're doing is losing, losing, losing. It's kind of sad.
But I do like the idea that Ray's trying to give him that, the rub.
Right, but they're still losing, which kind of like makes me sad again.
Makes you sad, Panda.
Yeah, makes me a sad panda. But it was really cool that after that the match was fucking great. First off, they were both Puerto Rican dudes in the match, both of them great. Huge pop for both of them. But then Bad Bunny pulls out the fucking win, which is fucking great. Well, after even after they go out into the fucking into the stands. They fight in the stands. They fucking like Damian Priest slams him through off one of the production cases into tables outside.
And that was a good bump too.
Yeah, that was great. The fact that Bunny literally stole that shit, he's like, yo, like this shit fucking hurt.
Dude,
Even though it was on some production shit, obviously.
remember he also what was it the Falcon Arrow,
Yeah,
and then I think they do a Michinoku Driver too.
yeah. That was the first move he did.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
that's when the crowd went fucking ape shit, like
yeah.
But
Literally like he put people like yo like he put all these celebrities that try to do wrestling to shame.
no, I like to me what made me pop for the night when Savio Vega caught this dude or whatever with the fucking Quang kick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like for me, like it brought me back. It's like I remember that.
It's the member berries, the member berries.
Remember Quang?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I remember.
Yeah, yeah. But it was actually a really fun match. Like and the fact that like the crowd went nuts after Bad Bunny won.
No, but I think your comment to me, because we were texting back and forth.
Yeah.
That's like, oh look, a Puerto Rican finally won in the Puerto Rican pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with that match, a Puerto Rican was gonna go over regardless.
Yeah, yeah.
But of course, like it had to be him because he's the island hero.
Yeah. But not only just that, but like he's also like he's actually good at what he does. Not
Minus the
saying he's
slice,
great. Not
minus the
saying he's
sliced
great.
bread.
Right. Minus that one. But for somebody that doesn't need to be there, doesn't need to be wrestling, doesn't need to be doing anything within a ring, is actually going out and fucking putting on a fucking banger of a match. I loved it. Just like I enjoyed him when he was at WrestleMania a couple years ago. Fucking fantastic. When he
It was
was
against
at
it was against
Omos and AJ Styles.
okay. Because I don't know why I was thinking the Miz, but then I was like, no,
Oh
that
no no
was.
no no! It was the Miz. It was the Miz. Who
But
was
who
his
was his
partner though?
partner?
I don't remember. I think it was Omos though. Hold on. I'm gonna Google that shit right now.
Jujul it, Steve. Jujul it. Empty airspace.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know.
No, but hold on. Let's just do the thing. Steve looks for the information. We're here in the podcast, just waiting for the answer. We look to Steve. Did you find it yet? And Steve says,
Not
dot,
yet,
dot,
not
dot.
yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Where was it? Who was it?
Wasn't it like WrestleMania like 2
It
years
was
ago?
the Miz. Yeah, yeah, it was 2 years ago. It was the Miz, and who else was it? God dang it! Hold on, hold on. John Morrison, the Miz, and
That's
Stevie.
right. Because remember they had the hey hey ho
Yeah, yeah,
ho.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
what was it shortly after that? They went, hey John, guess what? Future
Bye bye.
incovered.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's when he's pretty much been all over the Indies after that.
Yeah, and he's been doing this thing.
Yeah, he's been everywhere, which is fucking cool. Um, but yeah, that was a really fun match. I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, my favorite match of the night. Um,
You already
which
know
was
mine. Mine was the first match.
yeah, no, I get it. That's completely understandable. Uh, which was followed. This one was followed by the Usos and Solo Sikoa versus Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. Fun match overall.
I was at least kind of happy that it wasn't like Mania where you had like what is it, 20 million super kicks. I mean, there were a lot of super kicks, but not like how it was in Mania.
Yeah, it was not a super kick party.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. No Young Bucks today.
No, but
Um,
the highlights to me in that whatever is just like it just seems like Kevin always has to take a fucking ladder, fucking I mean not ladder, a fucking the steel step bump that
mm-hmm.
he takes really great.
Yeah.
Um, him when he gets like the when he gets like the hot tag and he
Mm-hmm.
goes for like the when he goes for the swanton and all that stuff, like just him just going back and forth. Uh, when Riddle got the hot tag or whatever, going back and forth, right? Like just you forget that Riddle, like I'm not gonna say he's underrated because it's not that, but you
He's not
forget.
underrated at all.
No,
He's
it's
good.
not just saying no, but like it's just sometimes you forget like he can go too.
Mm-hmm. He can.
Yeah, and then I just like it really got me. The what was it? The ooh moment was when what was it? Jay was gonna go, try to do it, and then Solo just like with the fucking tag on his chest, like hard, like almost chopping him,
Mm-hmm.
and they giving a look like like
You're starting to see the slight deception within the group.
yeah. And then when Solo was about to go, my man just tagged himself back, like
Uh-huh.
I got this.
When it looked like he was about to literally like hit him with a spike, like fuck you,
No,
I
but then
hate you.
remember, then like moments later, it was
Yeah,
that part where like he was about to like, yo, Oos, I'm your brother.
yeah, yeah. It was a good match. It was a good back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
A good
I'm gonna
story. The good story is
I'm gonna
going on there.
paraphrase or whatever. He went, yo, Solo, Fast and Furious, Olive Garden, family.
Family. Yeah, yeah. No, I saw it. I saw it coming. I was like, yo,
Yeah,
yeah,
but then
okay.
with Solo picking up the win, right now to me like storyline wise or whatever, it's gonna be like that Jay's gonna be like, you see, we did it, like,
He was like, no,
Solo
you
did it.
didn't do it. I did it. Yeah.
No, no, no. When Roman's gonna be like, Solo did it.
Mm-hmm.
My enforcer did it.
Yeah.
You were
You guys
there.
were too busy kicking each other in the face. Because that's what happened.
Yeah,
One of them kicked the other one in the face
yeah.
by mistake.
But like I said, it you already know. Like I said, it just adds to the story to see like for weeks to come, like what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But like I
Yeah.
said, because of that ending, now it adds more to it, and you know, it, I think it's gonna like push to. I don't know if it's gonna be SummerSlam or Survivor Series, where I think by then the bloodline's gonna like it's gonna be at that point
Slightly
just
broken.
no that I think the Usos are gonna slowly fade away or whatever, and then that's when you're gonna have that whole thing of like people like Jay trying to go for the tribal chief spot
Okay. Okay.
because that's like I said that's just to me how I see it playing out.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not a bad take on it.
Wrestling 101, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
like you're trying to see ahead or whatever the hell, and that's what it looks like to me. How it's playing out.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if that's how it comes out.
Yeah. So
Yeah. But it should be cool. It should be interesting to see where it's gonna go. Yeah. Because this match was not bad. It wasn't a bad match.
no, it wasn't.
No. No. Like I said, it was still up there with some of my favorite matches on the show. Um and then the final match was Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. This one,
Cody got that big pop too.
yeah, he got a huge pop.
Yeah,
And
like yeah, you're Spanish too. Part of
yeah,
you is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was cool. It was a cool match. Like Cody gets that push because of course it's Cody. Because people love Cody. And
Yeah.
you got nothing wrong with it. I got nothing against him. He's just good. He's good at what he does.
Dude, in the beginning or whatever of him just trying to take out Brock in the beginning, and
Dude, the fact that
then
yeah, yeah.
no, but then afterwards Brock was like, "Fuck your momentum," started tossing him everywhere. my
Yeah.
man caught him with like so many different suplexes, and
Hmm.
like I'm not gonna say it took away from the match or whatever the hell, because I was loving it. The
Oh
fans
yeah,
on the
me
other
too.
hand were just kind of like, oh, there goes Brock again doing his shit,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
He took him straight to Suplex City.
Yeah. No, I thought it was funny that this dude said, taking him to Suplex Sura. Like I was like, like, okay,
You
all
tried
right.
too hard. You tried too
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, I'll allow it, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of hurt my inner Hispanic.
Yeah, yeah.
You you caught me right in
Just,
the
just but so much. Yeah.
ow, my ethnicity.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it
but
was good. It was fun.
I also like what added to it too was Brock getting color.
Yeah. Which was somewhat intentional. It was not like it was not something that was
But I think
a
it
spur of the
was a
moment
I
thing.
didn't say no. I think it was a positive add to that match.
Yeah, it was. It was.
But
Kind of needed
the
there.
now the end spot though, which I will say is that when he had him in the Kimura lock or whatever, and then Cody kind of pulled the Bret Hart beat Austin thing. You know
Hmm.
the
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 most devastating move in sports entertainment.
the surprise roll up. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Adrenaline.
Uh-huh.
Cody Rhodes. Cody.
Meh, meh, meh,
Cody.
meh,
Cody
meh,
Rhodes.
Yeah, yeah.
Cody. Cody.
I
Cody
swear, dude, that
Rhodes.
that fucking that
Whoa.
yeah, yeah. That
No, you know what really got me though? I thought Brock was gonna attack him at the end, but I think Brock
yeah.
was just like, "Fuck, he got me."
Yeah, it also but you kind of see it in his face that yo, this is not over. We're not done with this whole little feud that we have here.
I'm gonna get you with that rubber chicken watch,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I will get you soon.
and your little dog too. And
Arr.
then Pharaoh goes, "Arr?"
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Huh? No, not me. Don't get me.
My man's gonna come out of nowhere like with the old school big boss man or whatever. It's like,
Hmm.
he's gonna be like, he's gonna take Cody out to eat, whatever. It's like, you like this? You know, it's fit enough for a pharaoh.
Yeah, yeah.
You do you remember the big boss man thing or whatever?
Yep.
You like it? Has a little bit of pepper. It's pepper. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh
It's
man.
fucked up. It's fucked up. But yeah, I remember.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. But
Sure. Get
yeah.
PETA after you.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Even though there is no proof that you actually
No, I know, but
yeah,
just the idea.
yeah, yeah. No, but this was a fun match. It was okay.
Yeah, and like I said, that like Cody needed that win.
Yeah, he did.
And it pushes him forward. And like how I told you when I text you, now he can continue the story. Since he
Yeah.
got that big win after that major loss at Mania,
Mm,
right now, whatever happens in this tournament, I think it's supposed to like actually as we're talking, the tournament's probably going on.
yeah.
So the way that
What sucks though is that he's in the tournament, but the tournament is for the Raw Championship or the new championship or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
That's technically gonna be on Raw.
Oh, so the way that's supposed to play out is um since it's 6 from Raw and 6 from SmackDown, it's supposed to be 2 3 on three 3 3 person
Uh-huh.
a triple two triple threat matches, and then the winner of those matches will go on later on in the evening, go against one another, and whoever wins will be the one that goes to Night of Champions. And the same thing, for SmackDown, they're gonna have that too. So now I don't know. Like I said, we're recording right now, so unless you want to try to see if there's any results up now,
Nah, not really.
so we can see if the story does continue.
We'd be surprised. I want to be surprised.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't. I'll search it out now.
I want to know everything.
Yeah.
Nah, like us honestly, like this whole new title thing is kind of like,
No,
it's
like I
it's
said
just something.
earlier, dude, all it is really is a cop out.
Yeah, and I really hope that Cody figures out what the fuck he's doing and actually winds up going back to SmackDown to go for that title, because or somehow they get him into that title shot because I don't want to see him go for like a little bullshit title that's just showing up now out of nowhere. Because
Once again,
essentially, what you think about this title, if you really look at it, it's the participation trophy.
you know what? That is like the perfect analogy for it. I love it.
Yeah,
Heh. You're a champion, not Roman, but you're a
yeah.
champion.
You're a champion of the losers because everybody else fucking went against them and lost.
Yeah, like I told you before, like what was it when he was shooting with Kevin Owens, right? And I always felt like, damn man, they just like shitting on Owens. But every
Hmm.
match that he had against with Roman or whatever, they were all good.
Yeah.
But it still just kind of hurt me because I'm just like, God damn it, man! Like, Kevin Owens like one of the toughest dudes there, whatever, and he's fucking Roman's
Hmm.
punching bag. Like, son of a
Yep.
bitch.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad.
No, but I still kept thinking to myself, like, when when Brock caught him with Cody with all the suplexes or whatever, and the meme I sent you with the Simpsons.
Hmm.
Stop it! He's already dead.
Yeah, it's the
But then
best.
then and then Cody ate his spinach and
Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. He came back. He came back,
and like I
and he still
said,
had to. And he still had to hit him with the most devastating move in sports entertainment. You know
no, what I thought was actually kind of cool
what?
that Brock actually took that Cody cutter pretty good.
He did. He did. He took it. He ate it. So like, okay, cool. And he sold it too.
Yeah,
He sold it. I'm like, okay, okay,
people always kind of like forget that Brock Brock does know how to work, man.
yeah.
Everyone just thinks like oh, he does his squash matches. Like, no,
No, no,
because
he
I mean, like
knows how to
even
put on a
even look at
match.
Mania or whatever when he went against Omos.
Yeah,
That he made Omos like
he made
look
him look
like
good.
so like I say, he made him look like somewhat of a threat
Yeah,
until my man said fuck you, Suplex City.
yeah, yeah. Geeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Cheap
he's
plug.
good. Yeah, cheap, like just slightly cheap, but
Yeah.
no, but like I enjoyed this match. It was okay. Like it wasn't like oh my god. I want to see where this is gonna go. I want to see Cody actually win the title from fucking Roman. Um, because I'm tired of seeing Roman walk around with the title for fucking like 3 hours just to get to the ring.
You know what
That's one
I
of those things that really
no,
like
I say no, you know
grinds my
what
gears.
no, what really gets me?
What?
That if you remember when he went against Cena
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking all this shit about being a part timer, is like,
Mm-hmm.
my man, you became Cena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
Tisk tisk
Yeah,
tisk.
yeah. Like I get it. He may be hurt. He may be trying to fucking figure some shit out. But
No, I think if I remember correctly, part of it is the reason why he's not working as much or whatever is I don't know if it's 100% true that apparently that I think the leukemia came back, so that's why he's working a limited schedule.
possibly, possibly.
Like I don't know how true that 100% that is, but if
Which
that
is
is the
totally
case,
like if
then
it
no,
is,
it's no,
cool.
and then that's why I get it even more so of
Yeah.
the reason why of the limited schedule.
But if that is the thing, drop the title. Drop the title. Get better.
Yeah, but also at the same time,
And
it's
then once you get better, come back and take your title back.
I
Fight
was
for it
gonna
and get it back.
I was gonna joke around saying like just to kind of like get away from that or whatever. I love your Liv Morgan shirt.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair.
Because I don't know if you remember when she was with Sarah
Hmm.
Logan and
Yep.
fucking Ruby.
Yeah.
That was technically the idea of what she was playing.
Yeah. Yeah. It really was. It
And
really
then
was.
later on, Alexa Bliss went, "Fuck you, I'm gonna do it too."
Yeah. And that's totally understandable. I'll take it.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah. Um. I guess
that
that's
was
pretty much it for
Backlash.
Backlash. Yeah. Yeah. Backlash was good. It was a good Backlash. If you were to give it a letter rating, what would you give it?
B minus.
Yeah. I'd probably give it a solid B.
for Bailey.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it a
Uh,
solid B.
yeah. But no, I'm just
Yeah,
saying I give it a B minus. Like, like
yeah,
it was good,
yeah,
wasn't great,
yeah.
but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, super enjoyable. Definitely something that has some future possibilities built into it. So excited to see what's gonna happen from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
So I mean, the next thing we just look forward to is Night of Champions. See what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. See exactly what happens. See what kind of bullshit they figure out for for this new title. Um, see who wins. See who actually decides to actually give up their titles. Because of course, for the Night of Champions, we're gonna have a bunch of different title exchanges. So we would hope so at least,
Yeah.
because we haven't had any in a while, other than Rhea Ripley winning the championship. Everything else pretty much stood the same. Gunther still has his title.
Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this to you.
But
I feel really bad that what was it? After that great match that he had at Mania, he's the only person that didn't get and still champion shirt. Bianca got the and still champion shirt. Roman and still champion shirt. The Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens got the and new shirt.
mhm,
Rhea Ripley got the and new shirt, but
mhm.
Gunther, they kind of like great match. Do I get a shirt? Fuck your shirt.
Nobody buys your merch anyway.
Well, not as Gunther.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Everybody wants the Walter shirts, which is perfectly understandable. Yeah, but it's all good. I want to see more Sheamus and Gunther, because that'd be great. Sheamus, Gunther, and Jonah. That'd be a great triple threat match right there. I think so. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up. Unless you got anything else to add, Senor.
No, no.
So, okay, thank you guys for listening. Uh, where can we find you, Senor?
You could find me here. You can find me on Twitter at DeniedTinyed and on Instagram at DeniedTin period Y period ED. Where can we find you, good sir?
You guys can find me on the Twitter and the Instagram at Mr. Jackal, MISTERJACKAL. Yeah, that about wraps it up for us. Just talking about WrestleMania Backlash and a whole bunch of other wrestling shits. But
Wow, you called it the old moniker.
did I?
Yeah, you said WrestleMania Backlash.
Jesus, I guess
Okay,
that's
fine. I'll correct it for you. And that was Boricua Backlash.
yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
I'll
I'm
take it.
sorry. I gotta say it like Michael Cole. Boricua Backlash.
Yeah, yeah. So that was Backlash, and it was a fun time. It was a fun time. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, like I said, it's a good watch.
Yeah,
And entertaining. Some entertaining. Moments and all that stuff. Like I said, overall, it was good.
yeah, yeah. It was a solid pay per view. So definitely check it out. Again, I said pay per view, even though it's not a pay per view. So it's a
Premium
PLE.
live
It's
event.
a PLE. Yeah.
It's a play.
Bleh.
Play.
Bleh. Yeah.
Welcome to
So
Backlash. The WWE's play.
bleh. Yeah. So thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you, and we'd like to wish you the best in all your future endeavors.